You can find us everywhere. Keep watching us on our live streams, but that's it. We just wanted to break in and tell you that.
And let's make Stockton better together.
That's right. Make Stockton better together. All right. So, you know what? Let's start this track over because this is the best bomb song. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. KXVS, the voice of Stockton with Donovan and Mr. Details, Dustin Breakwheel. This is Governor Don signing off.
KXVS on 92.1. Coming soon.
This broadcast will start in 60 seconds. This broadcast will start in 45 seconds. This broadcast will start in 30 seconds. This broadcast will start in 15 seconds. This broadcast will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS The Voice of Stockton or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lions We Serve Live here from KXVS Radio and from Stockton, California, USA. And I have quite a few wonderful things to discuss today. And I'll introduce myself. I'm Connie O'Day, president of the San Joaquin Lions Club here in Stockton, California, USA. And I want to tell you about and remind you that our international convention is coming up. That's going to be June 29th through July 3rd in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. So I hope you're all getting your reservations in. The main convention is going to be at the MGM Grand Hotel. And it is a beautiful hotel, very big hotel. But get your reservations in. Especially those here in the United States. This is for maybe about 5-6 years. All the other conventions are going to be in other countries throughout the world. So this is a great opportunity. Okay, and also, I hope that you're all getting ready for the International Peace Poster Contest. This year's theme is Kindness Matters. Now, can't you imagine all of these students writing and developing posters to show what kindness matters means? This is going to be an exciting time. The Peace Poster Contest kits are available now. They are $11.95 plus the shipping and handling and taxes. And also you can get those at the International Club Supply Sales Department at the international headquarters. So they're going to be available until October 1st. So get out there and get your Peace Poster Contest kits. The other thing I want to talk to you about is something that everyone throughout the world will have a chance to participate in online. It's the Lions Club's Membership Mondays webinar program. And it's a series on Monday, May 7th, on Monday, May 14th, excuse me, May 14th and May 21st. Now, if you go to the website it will give you the time depending upon where you live within the world. So here in the United States for the Pacific Standard Time, they're going to be having the program, the webinar, at 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on Monday, May 7th, Monday, May 14th, and Monday, May 21st. This is a mini-series of leadership insight, and this will help you to grow your membership in your club and in your district, and provide you with some great resources on forming new clubs. This was created by the Constitutional Area 1's Global Action Team. And you can view this online at Lions Club International. And the host is past International Director Jerome Thompson. And he's one of the Constitutional Area 1 leaders. So this is a great webinar that is going to be available to everybody throughout the world. So I hope you go on to International and find the webinar, and it's titled Memberships Mondays. Okay, that's going to be a great program. Then I want to tell you about some local events that are happening. Here in District 4A1 in California, we have the Stockton Phil-Am Lions annual pancake breakfast. Now this is going to be a great fun event. It's at the Hometown Buffet, and Hometown Buffet is one of the restaurants where you just pick out anything you want and you eat. You pay one price, and you can eat as much as you want. And this is going to be May 6th on Sunday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And so I hope that you will get out there and enjoy this wonderful annual pancake breakfast at the Hometown Buffet, May 6th. Okay? Now, let's see some other clubs. Here in our district, we have a club called Chowchilla Lions Club. And it was formed January 31st, 1928, and they have celebrated their 90th birthday. So I really want to give a shout out to them. 90 years they have been a club. They currently have 30 members, and they're still growing. So that's very exciting. Chowchilla Lions Club. And this Saturday, April 28th, Atwater Winton Lions Club will have their 18th annual charity roundup. This is a steak and shrimp dinner, which is absolutely fantastic. The dinner is at 7 p.m. They're having a social hour at 6 to 7 p.m. And it's going to be at the Atwater Community Center. There'll be also a silent auction and a big raffle. So I hope all of you that are near Atwater will help to support the Atwater Winton Lions Club and come to their 18th annual charity roundup and enjoy a wonderful steak and shrimp dinner. Okay, now what else do we have happening in our district right now? Are you interested in car shows? Now, it's surprising what a lot of the clubs come up with projects to raise money. But in Copperopolis, California, it's going to be the 18th annual Hot Copper Car Show. That's going to be May 5th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's hosted by the Lake Tulloch Lions Club. And it's going to be at 100 Town Square Road in Copperopolis, California. There's going to be awards and trophies, raffles, music, great food, and any car club can enter. They're online. If you go to the annual Hot Copper Car Show online, you will get the registration and all the other information. And any car, any year, any car club may enter their vehicles, and also motorcycles can be entered. And if you wanted more information, you can contact Bob Toynbee at area code 209-785-0682. Then we have another club called Modesto 500 Lions. They're having an absolutely wonderful event coming up. It's their second annual Miss Stanislaus Spirit Princess Pageant. This is a wonderful event because you know how we as Lions want to support people with disabilities, especially our youth. And this particular Spirit Princess Pageant is for girls ages 5 to 22 years old with disabilities. The pageant is going to be on Saturday, June 2nd at 1:30 p.m. The doors open at 1 o'clock, and it's going to be at Downey High School Auditorium in Modesto, California. And there's two groups of girls. There's girls from 5 to 12, that's in one group, and then the other group is 13 to 22-year-olds. And the proceeds for this event will be going to the Society for Disabilities. Now, if you want more information, you can go to online Modesto 500 Lions Club, and they will have all the information about this wonderful event, the Miss Stanislaus Spirit Princess Pageant. And you also can contact Lion Pat Casey Gillum at area code 209-525-9211. And she would be very happy to give you all the information needed. And then we have some other information here for our district. I would like to tell you that our District 4A1 just had our annual convention and the voting for our new officers for next year. We have our district governor-elect is Don Gall from Ripon Lions Club. And then we have first vice district governor-elect Claudia Miller. And Claudia is from Modesto 500 Lions Club in Modesto, California. And the second vice district governor-elect is Wendy Penhallegon from the Sonora Lions Club in Sonora, California. And she's going to be with me today for our show. Now, we also have every year here in District 4A1 a fantastic all-star football game. This is going to be Saturday, June 16th, and it's going to be at Wayne Snyder Field in Tracy, California. Now, what this football game is about, they get the northern high school football teams and take the best players, and they create a whole team. And for this team, the coach, his name is Coach Martinez from Lincoln High School, my alma mater, as a matter of fact. He's going to be coaching all the football players from the north team. Then the south team is from the southern high schools in our district, and Coach Marquez, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. If it's not correct, I'm very sorry. Marquez from Hillmar High School. And there is going to be a concession stand. There's also going to be a 50-50 raffle held. And they also want all the clubs to bring your banners. And we want to hang the banners on the fence to show the support to all the community and to our football players. So this is one of our district's great events, is the All-Star Football Game. Okay, now as we go on, there's so many wonderful things that people are doing and the clubs are doing all over the world. And like I've said before on my show, if you're hearing this show and you live in any other country or any other state in the United States, please send me information about your club or where I can get the information. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen has my Facebook page address. So please be in contact with me. And I'm trying to find out as much information about other clubs so we can spread the word throughout the world, because YouTube goes everywhere and we are live streaming on YouTube. Okay, there is several areas of very important interest for our youth and for the community. We have lots of lion camps. Now, there's a Lions camp at Terista Pines. Excuse me, I'm having a problem pronouncing it. On May 31st through June 3rd, the Lions Clubs are asking people to come out and help with some construction work and other cleanup work of 3 particular areas in this national forest. It's the Angeles National Forest in the southern part of California, and there are 3 different areas, 3 different camps. One is called the Lion's Den. One is called Wrightwood in California, and that's in the. Let's see, I'm getting this confused here. Okay, the camps are in Wrightwood, California, in the Angeles National Forest. The 3 locations that the Lions Club serve is Lions Camp at Terista Pines Village, Lions Camp at Wrightwood Village, and Lions Camp at Lions Den. If you want to get information about this wonderful camp, you can go to www.campteristapines, all one word, .org. Or you can contact me at my website on the Facebook. But this is a fantastic camps, and it's all in one great big national forest. So that would be really good to be participating and helping to get those areas cleaned up and get ready for the summer vacationers. And also, I want to give information about the Lions Camp that we here in District 4A1 own. It's called Camp Pacifica, and it's owned by all of our members and our clubs. And it's in Ahwahnee, California, near Yosemite on Highway 49. So a lot of you who are out there in California, you probably know how to get to Yosemite. Well, you can pass our camp. It's called Camp Pacifica. And it's time now that Lions Clubs that own some of the cabins that our youth use when they come to the camp, it's time for you all to get out there and make sure your cabins are ready for the summer programs. And I want to thank Escalon Lions Club. They have given a very large mower that is able to cut the 3 acres of lawn that's there. I want to thank Hilmar Irwin Stevenson Lions Club. They donated new sprinklers and new lawn. So that's a big deal. And so I hope that you'll drive up to there this spring to see all the new improvements of the camp. And we have the camp opened for all nonprofit organizations. And during the summer, we have several weeks where children that come from everywhere that have hearing impairment, they come to the camp. All of our Lions Clubs volunteer to help cook meals. We cook lunches, we cook dinners for several weeks, and interact with the students. All the staff are signers. Our nurse is a signer, and it's a wonderful, wonderful program. So if you out there, any of you are interested in coming to Camp Pacifica, please look for it online or contact me at my Facebook page, and I will give you all the information you need. But you can find it online at Lions Club District 4A1 Camp Pacifica. Okay, now I want to introduce my guests today. Okay, now I told you that we had a district convention and we had our elections for our new officers, and today we are honored to have our second vice district governor elect Wendy Penhallegon, and also Ruth Moyer, who is currently chairman of a program we're going to talk about today, and a member of the Sonora Lions Club. And they've come all the way from there to Stockton to tell us about this wonderful program. It's called Read to Succeed. Now, we have a poster behind us. I don't know if you can see that poster. Right there. Okay. It says Sonora Lions Club sponsoring the Read to Succeed reading program in local elementary schools. Now, before I turn it over to Wendy and to Ruth to tell about this wonderful program, they told me they've already reached out with this program to about 1,100 students in how many schools?
In 4 different schools.
4 schools in Sonora area. So, Wendy, I want to thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for having us.
And Ruth.
Yes, thank you.
So I think, Wendy, you're going to first start talking about this program because you are the one who created the program.
Well, I can't take credit for creating it, but I did find out about this wonderful program by attending another Lions Club function up in the Sacramento area a few years ago. And its creator up there told me about the wonderful program we have, or they have, where they went to the schools and talked to the principals and teachers, asking them or telling them about the program, where each student is encouraged to read a book and then take a short quiz afterwards, passing it with 80% or greater, and then each student would get a little ticket they could fill out with their...
You could put it right up to the camera and show the ticket.
They would fill it out with their name and their teacher's name. It would go into the bucket for their respective class. We usually approach it first grade through 8th graders at the elementary schools. And at the end of the reading period, which is usually the month of February, then all of the tickets are brought, and we have an assembly where one ticket is drawn from each class, and that student will win a free Kindle Fire with protective cover on it.
Now, what's a Kindle Fire?
It's like an iPad,
iPad.
A tablet type thing, and it just, our idea to encourage them to read even more. But the idea behind this program is that if by the 3rd grade, if a student cannot read well, they start falling behind.
Right, they do.
And by 5th grade, it's almost impossible to catch up. So this is encouraged to have the students start learning to read, start loving to read, getting into the habit of reading, and ensuring their success in life, basically.
I want to ask you, you said that after they've read a book, they take a quiz. Now, what kind of a quiz would that be? I mean, all the students are reading different books.
Yes, and it's according to whatever reading level they've been assigned. Most of the schools have the accelerated reading programs now, where the students are tested at the beginning of the year. If you're in 3rd grade, but you're only reading at a 2nd grade level, that is what you are asked to read. 2nd grade or your reading level or above, you can read above that. It's just nothing below the reading level you've been assigned.
And there are tests set up for each book in the library.
Oh, for each book?
Yes.
Yes, and this is on a computer, so it doesn't involve a lot of the teacher's time. And the student can take that when they finish reading, and then if they pass with a grade of 80 or higher.
So I'm going to put that mic a little bit closer to you.
Okay.
We have soft-spoken ladies here. So you're saying that the quiz is on the computer and the students access the computer to take the
in
quiz?
In the classroom.
And this is from what grade to what grade?
1st through 8th.
1st through 8th. So all the schools have computers for the students to access, right?
In their
classroom.
Correct.
Yeah, homerooms. Okay.
And then the teacher and the student fill out a little ticket that looks like this. And
what does it say on it?
It says, I read a book or I read a book.
Okay, and then they put their name?
Their name, and the teacher signs this also, so that if a student is able to obtain a whole bunch of these tickets, they can't just put their name to it and stuff the ballot box. The jug.
Each time a student reads a book, they get a ticket to enter into the...
After they pass the test.
After they pass the test.
And then we have some of the grade levels have more than one class. So we combine all of the tickets for each grade level. And then, so we provide 8 Kindle Fires for each school.
And those are laptops.
Right.
Okay.
No, they're not a laptop.
Tablets.
They're a
Tablets.
tablet. They're a
Okay.
small thing that the kids can carry around with them. And then we always have one extra Kindle Fire. We combine all of the tickets for all of the grades in one big pile and pull out one ticket. So one student has, all of the students have one more chance to win one of these Kindle Fires.
That's fantastic.
And the kids are enthusiastic. They're getting something actually physical, something that they like. It's true that a lot of the kids play more games on it than read, but they can read books on their Kindles as well.
Well, do they actually read a book, or do they read a book on the internet?
For this month, you mean?
I mean,
the ones that they read?
For
the
this
contest.
For the contest?
Do they read a book in hand from maybe the library?
I think it's both.
Yes.
Mostly it is actual physical books from their
good.
library. Yes.
That's good.
I don't know if they have electronic books that they read during this contest.
Available through the school, I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
Maybe if they have a personal device at home, they can read it electronically.
But they would have to tell the teacher where it is on, and the name of it, and the teacher would have to, but there wouldn't be a quiz then. So
Yes, there would still have to be a quiz.
There would still be a quiz.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if they have electronic. I'll have to check into that.
Because that might be one way they may actually read a book. But if you say it has to be hard copy, not read off the internet, because that would seem like that would make a lot of problems. Finding the teacher being able to find the right book and having a test for that book.
But teachers don't have to create the tests, though. It's already automatically generated by the accelerated reading program that have been developed for the schools.
In the state of California.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us a little bit what that is?
I'm not familiar really with that program. It is something in the schools to encourage the kids to read. Our program is just somewhat of a supplement to also encourage them to read.
Yes.
There is, in the month of February, right in the spring of the year, in the first couple of months, is when the schools also push to have the children read. And that's why February works out well for our students for this program, because it ties in with some of the other reading tests and that they have.
Now, when, say, the first semester of school, it's just started right after Christmas, or whenever the kids go back to school, August, September?
Yeah,
August, September.
August.
Okay. Now, you have this contest, and how long does the contest last at each school that participates?
We have set it up so that it is the month of February.
The 1st through
So
the 28th.
the 1st through the 28th.
Oh, okay. So that's the only time. Okay.
The contest is going on.
We do contact the schools earlier in the school year to get an idea of how many students will be participating, if they still want to continue participating, which they've all expressed a keen desire to keep doing this.
The teachers like this.
Yes.
It encourages the kids to read.
Well, you've got them encouraging, but they're going to get a possibility of an award also, and so it's a wonderful program.
Yeah,
what have been some of the experiences that you have had with the students, or what?
There was
their
one
feedback?
second grade teacher at one of the schools at Somerville.
Yeah.
And
Somerville
Elementary School.
And that's in Sonora?
Tuolumne.
Tuolumne,
Yes.
California,
Yes.
USA. Okay, because I like to identify everything, because we are talking to the whole world right now.
That is true. And she said it was always so difficult to get her students to settle down to read. She would say it's reading time and they're going all over the place. Once the contest started and they knew there was a possibility that they might win, she said, when I would say now that it's reading time, she said there was absolute silence because they were all reading so diligently.
Oh my gosh.
And this particular wonderful class, she was a wonderful teacher, also after the large assembly where we presented all of the awards and the Kindles, she had her class of students line up and sing and sign a thank you song to us.
Oh.
It was just delightful.
It was.
With her children from her class.
That sounds
Delightful.
fantastic.
But the teachers have said yes, some of their students have really learned to how much fun it is
To
to
enjoy
read,
reading.
to enjoy reading, and it was amazing to a couple of the teachers, some of the students that really got enthused. It really helped develop. We will be doing statistics more to see if the reading grade level goes up. Am I saying it correctly? The grade level reading?
The reading levels and the grade
reading
point
levels
average.
and the grade point averages in the
So that would be
students to
at
see-
the end of the school year?
Yes, yes.
Well, they say
Excuse me.
typically it takes 3 years of running the program to get good statistics. 5 years would be a really good base to find out how much of a help the program has been for the students.
Oh my gosh.
What we
fine.
are finding out is the lower grades, first, second, third grades, tend to read a lot more than the older grades, especially the 8th graders.
Because the 8th graders in particular and the 7th graders are so involved in so many other things.
Right.
And the type of books that they read that they're interested in are novels and longer, and it takes them longer to read them.
Exactly.
But a lot of it is the involvement they have in so many different other projects. So we don't have the students reading as many books in the 7th and 8th grades.
Our hope is to catch these students at the younger ages,
Exactly.
get them hooked on reading.
So they will continue to read as they get older.
Yes.
And at the moment, doing some of these statistics, again, some students, of course, will not read anything. There are always those. Some may read one, some may read a bunch, but the average comes out to a little over 2 books per student
In that 1 month.
in that 1 month in that one school. So that is, when you're talking about 1,100 students, that's a lot of books they've read.
That certainly is.
Yes.
Yes,
And that 1,100 is from 1st grade to 8th grade?
correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And we find if we purchase the Kindles themselves on Black Friday, the price dramatically decreases, of course, because of all the great sales we have. This year we were able to award 27 of them to students.
Oh my gosh.
We're hoping to expand next year to add another school, which would add another 9 Kindles, 9 grades hopefully, to it. And I started to feel really bad for draining our club's funds to pay for the Kindles
Because
because
the club has been
Right.
paying for all of the
of course.
expenses.
That comes out of your
printing
activity
right.
budget, right.
And that can keep increasing. So,
my husband and her husband, Tom and John, and Ruth and I put our heads together. We came up with a raffle dedicated solely to the Read to Succeed program. It's called Dining Out with
the Read to Succeed Dining Out raffle.
Oh, that sounds very good.
We went around to a number of restaurants, and we had 14 restaurants that have donated certificates for meals. So we have from $20 up to $50 that some of these restaurants donated. And we will be having a raffle, selling tickets for that. And every person who buys a ticket has 14 actual chances to win.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
And we will be then giving them the certificate for that.
And these are meal certificates.
Meal
Dining out.
certificates for the various restaurants that are in Sonora
That's
and around.
outstanding.
So whatever money we make on selling these tickets, that means the club won't have to be paying as much.
Well,
They will make
you
up
always need to raise money to
have any
to
projects.
subsidize what you're having to put out for projects. I mean, all clubs do that, and it sounds wonderful.
It has
Probably
worked out
halfway there right now, aren't we?
We're halfway there, a little bit
From
over
becoming
halfway there.
self-sufficient.
How much do you actually need for each February when you do the reading program, and how much do you need for as many as how many did you say you give out?
27.
About 27.
And we'll be
This
adding
year,
9
our
on.
cost was just over $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
We had $1,500 budgeted from our club. Of course, adding more to it, another school to it, will raise the costs.
Exactly.
Which is another reason we wanted to raise more money. But this also it covers the Kindles, it covers the protective cases, the styluses we also give them to use, and the printing of the tickets and the posters
And this year we have purchased a poster like this and some other items that we can use in other years. So our cost was a little bit higher this year.
Oh yeah, but it can be used again and again.
It can be used again. So hopefully we can keep it not much more than $1,500.
Now,
and
I
raise
want to ask you a question. Do you go to the school and talk to the students in each of the
Yes.
classrooms or at an assembly?
At an assembly. We have an assembly at the school. And then Wendy here has been dressing up in her lion costume.
Oh,
And
yes.
she has a gorgeous lion costume that makes her sweat horribly.
I've heard that they are very warm.
Yes, they are very
Yes, they are.
warm.
But it is
And
so fun.
We present and explain this to the students. We wear our lion's vests.
Like I have.
And,
And,
right,
and then
and,
your lion shirts are
shirts.
beautiful shirts.
So that we want the children to know that this is the Lions Club, and we explain a little bit about the Lions Club.
That's good.
So that they are aware, and we also then have an assembly at the end of the year where we present the Kindles, and again, very visibly wearing our lions
At each school.
at each school, correct. And we also have written up a letter that we can print up, and the principals send out to each parents, the parents of each child,
Right.
so that they know what we're doing and that it's the Lions Club doing this.
And how they can help the student.
How they can help the student by encouraging them to read and to ask questions about the books that they are reading. And
Maybe
this-
even have some reading time together with
Yes.
them.
Oh, that's
Have
wonderful.
the student read to them, or read the book back to the student, or
Right.
whatever works for them.
And on the bag that we have the Kindle in, when we present it to the student, there's a logo on there that says Lions Club. We want them to be aware of who is doing this, that it's not the school, it is the Lions Club.
That's excellent.
And of course, we try to have publicity pictures in the paper as well of the group of students that have received the Kindles in that particular school.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, when they take this test, do you know what kind of questions are on this test by any chance?
I don't know.
That's basically what I was told. It's to ensure that the student actually did read the book, they understood, and they remember what they read.
So each test is designed for the book that they're reading.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
at whatever level.
Now, who has done that? I mean, is
Well-
that from the library does that, or is it this program you're talking about that the schools have for reading?
When the Sacramento Club started it, it's actually at the Higgins-Diggins Club up in the Folsom, Sacramento area. She approached the principal, the teachers, and the school librarian. I understand the school librarian herself actually did a lot of the setup and helping with the school's students taking the tests. And it's just such a wonderful program that the schools have. Fits in so well with our agenda, and the tests are all, each book in each library is labeled according to specific reading levels. So a student who reads at the 3rd grade level would choose a 3rd grade level reading book. They have a little number on each spine of the books in the library. Read the book, take the test. Student.
Now the test, you say, is online.
Yes.
And is the test, each single test, designed for each single book?
Yes.
Yes.
Or is it a common
No,
test
for
that...
each book.
So if the...
They can ask, who is the main character? What was the book about? What was the ending of the book? I mean, but it's for that specific book.
Oh, I think this... Oh, that's wonderful. So, but that program with the tests and everything else, that was developed by
The state
It's
of
a
California.
State of California Education Department, right?
I would presume so.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Yes.
Now, Wendy, how did you tap into this program?
Well, my husband is a past district governor with Lions. He was transferred here through Lions from Michigan, and he heard about a celebration going on in Sacramento from an old friend he met way back in his years in Michigan. And we attended the celebration. He was a member of Lions Club up in the Embarcadero Lions Club in Sacramento. He's been there for 55 years. His name
In
was
Sacramento, California.
Yes.
Yes.
His name was Carl Burson, a very prominent, very active, well-known Lion. And so we went up there to help with the celebration, and I sat next to this wonderful lady who started telling me about this program, and I said, we got to jump on this. Our schools, our kids, our club,
That's
our
wonderful.
community needed this.
Now, you've talked to me about one of your visions with this.
Yes.
Would you like to tell me about your vision?
Well,
So that everyone out here that are listening, all of
Yeah.
you will know what is the goal of Lion Wendy and Lion Ruth and all the Lions in the Sonora Lions Club. They have a goal. So would you like to tell us about that now, Wendy?
Well, as Connie mentioned earlier, I have been elected a second vice district governor-elect for our district, and it is one of my goals to promote this program district-wide. Like I said earlier, also, we are wanting to expand the program in our own county. I am hoping to make this a statewide program, if not larger. It has been proven to help students. Grade point averages are rising. Students are more excited. They are showing more interest in reading, coming to school in general. Sacramento's statistics are just like off the wall.
Oh
They've
my
been
gosh.
doing it for about last 6-7 years,
7 years.
and they've seen nothing but grade point
Increasing by the students that have participated in
and
the
the
program.
teachers and the librarians attribute a great portion of that to the Read to Succeed program.
And so, but this program is only in February.
It
You
can
can
be
any
any time. February just coincided better with the school's curricular program.
And our own club
Uh-huh.
projects.
It's a slow time of year for a lot of people, especially us.
Yes.
We have nothing else going in the month of February,
Right.
Yeah,
so
in our club.
we just we approach the schools, we get them lined up, we set them up with the tickets for the tests that they take,
The letter to go home to the parents.
For the parents. The
posters that they post all over the school.
Oh, my.
So to remind the kids.
But as I rise in the level of second vice district governor, first vice, and then eventually district governor, I really would like to push this literacy reading program. I know that's been one of the focus points of past international presidents.
Right.
And I can only thank my mother for enrolling me in the Dr. Seuss Book of the Month Club when I was very young, because it just turned me on to reading, and I have not stopped since. And I want to ignite that in other kids. I want to see that fire burning and their desire to learn, and this is a wonderful, wonderful way to get it going.
It certainly is, especially having a reward like you're doing, and you continue to do it every year, and as the students progress to the next level, from first grade to second grade to third grade, they could still be involved with the program every year.
Definitely.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
I see this being like you're talking about district-wide and pushing it when you become governor, district governor of District 4A1. How are you planning to organize this program for our clubs in our district, say?
My husband, Lion Tom, and I, and Lion Ruth and her husband, Lion John, were very willing to go to clubs to present the idea, or we could simply email you the information on how to present it to your club's board of directors, get their approval. It's really a very easy program to launch. You just sit down, you have a nice talk with the principal and the teachers. I can't see anybody refusing or not wanting to participate.
Now, the posters that you've already designed, can those posters be used for clubs to make copies of that same poster?
Certainly.
And what about the letter that goes home to the parents?
Certainly, yes. We can just email it to any other club, and they can print off whatever they want.
Change the wording to suit their specific needs.
Right.
Yep.
They don't have to have our name and phone number on it as contact person, or they can have their own club name. They can change that. Or my husband is the computer nerd and printer, and he can change the poster for any other club and email it to them, and they can use it.
Oh, well, that's great. That's great to know that.
And again, you can start out with 1 or 2 schools, so the cost isn't that much right at first. If it works out, which it generally does, you can add schools as the club can afford.
Now, let me ask you, have any of these schools got special education classes that have been involved?
Yes.
Jamestown?
In Jamestown, they have a special class. They wanted to have a separate contest for them. Their students come from multiple grades.
Right.
But that did not work out with our finances as far as the Kindles. And
we had already purchased all the equipment, and just prior to launching the program, they said, "Oh, can we do this? Add this class onto it."
So, any club that would like to include classes of special ed, that has to be included in your budget of what you're doing.
Just let us know prior, and we can plan around it. It shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
It's just like with the Peace Poster contest we had this year. We also got students from special ed school who did essays, and those essays were handled in a different way, but they were also entered. And I can see that being done with this program too, because I have a couple of ideas myself of certain schools, especially schools where kids are at risk.
Yes.
A lot of them are at risk, and it seems like nobody pays too much attention to that schools. And there's a high school here that our club has thought about doing this program, and also thought about making a Legos club there, and they have a very large special ed division. But it seems like the the mainline students and the special ed students combine very well together.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
So this is a wonderful program. I'm so proud that you've come to talk about this and the success that you've done. I'd like to see my club get started on that. Has any other clubs in our district started this program?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, maybe my club, we're meeting on Wednesday for our board meeting, and I would like very much to talk to them about this club.
Okay.
And any of you out there that would like to learn more about this club, you can go online to the Sonora Lions Club in Sonora, California, and your program is on your website, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you can find it on the website with who would be the contact person? Is it on the website too?
On our Facebook page.
It's on your Facebook page.
Yes.
So they would go Facebook.
Sonora Lions Club.
Sonora Lions Club.
Yes.
And then you would find all the information and the contact. And this is wonderful. We're going to talk about this more as it progresses in our district. And I'd like you to come back and give us some more of your statistics of
Wonderful.
what's happening, and then maybe you got some other schools, or it's wonderful. Get some viewpoints from parents, and it's really important to send that letter home so the parents
yes.
are very aware. I'm so glad you got that in the program.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
wonderful. Well, Ruth, Lion Ruth and Lion Wendy, I'm so happy that you came today and talked about this wonderful, wonderful program.
Thank you for letting us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hope all of you out there have listened and think the same way as I do, that this is an excellent program, an excellent project for all of us to be involved in. And I'm going to close now, and I hope that next Monday you will be with us. And there we are. All of us are on the line now. Everybody say hi out there.
Hi out there.
But I hope that you'll be with us next week. We're on every Monday at 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock here on KXVS Radio. And it's the Lions We Serve live show. And I'm so happy that you were here to be with us, Lion Ruth and Lion Wendy, and all of you out there too. So I want to say goodbye and see you next week. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This program does not reflect the views of KXVS management or KXVS, the voice of Stockton.